Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. All right, what if I would say to you, and I told you that you're just one step away from making you look like you're 20 years old again? Cool, right? It's called reverse aging. Check this out. And joining us now about reverse aging is Hilary Brueck. She's health correspondent for Business Insider. Hooked, you reel me in here. Tell me more how I can look 20 years old, this breakthrough in technology, reverse aging research. You got to let me know more about this. Our audience is dying to know.
Yeah, so of course, what we saw there is not exactly reality yet. A lot of times, aging researchers talk about what's now versus what's next. So right now, people are doing things like lifestyle interventions, diet, exercise, supplements. But there are these sort of more far off things like reversing aging. This is something called cellular reprogramming.
Okay.
And the idea is that you could get your cells to actually act younger again.
Okay. Now, how close are we actually to seeing that practical applications out there, maybe even into healthcare?
Yeah, so a couple of areas where people are working on this. One is skin and the other is eyeballs. So this is actually a technique that's already been tried, injected into the eyes of both mice and monkeys, and they're hoping to do people next and basically reverse age-related blindness.
Okay. Which actually is a huge issue, especially later, because now we're getting closer. We're on our screens so much, our eyes are breaking down. So, and you're hearing more and more about this, so I can see that. Not sure if I can get a shot in my eyeball, but I don't know. I also understand blood transfusions. I've been hearing things about this. All these really rich people are getting these blood transfusions. Is that part of that as well, that they can change their innards, if you will, from these blood transfusions?
Yeah, there are a lot of things that biohackers, as they're sometimes called, are
Okay.
doing right now to try to reverse aging. The science here is still very young, so a lot of these things are still unproven. Of course, people are also doing things like injecting stem cells.
Yeah.
These are all techniques that maybe are promising, but also the quality really varies and it's hard to know, it's hard to tell if they're really working.
Well, Hilary, how do you foresee in your research on this that reverse aging treatments are actually changing the way that we approach, to say, chronic diseases and age-related conditions as well?
Yeah, so a lot of people talk about this as, prevention and delaying disease versus treating it later. A lot of these aging researchers will say we have so many drugs that treat disease, but we really want to, slow down the aging process so that you don't have to treat those diseases and you can actually
Okay.
prevent a lot of these things. And that would be a huge revolution in healthcare,
Yeah,
really.
well, 100%. What about ethically? How is the community kind of taking this as far as the concerns, this reverse aging technology?
I mean, you hit on this a little bit. It's still sort of a rich person's game right now. On the other hand, some of the things that people talk about with potential to help out with aging are some drugs that are very cheap and, again, still unproven for now. But, there's a diabetes drug, metformin, that a lot of people think might have promise for aging. That's like 20 cents.
Wow.
So, not everything is expensive, but again, still very early stage, still unproven, and a lot more research needs
All
to be
right,
done.
Hilary, thank you so much for this information. If you'd like to find out more about reverse aging, head to businessinsider.com.